In your vote tonight, Toledo's mayor is asking people to approve an increase in the city income tax. She says most of that money will go to fix roads. So 13 ABC's Bill Hormann spent the day getting your opinion on a tax hike that could raise $18 million a year for road repair. Bill?
Diane, it takes money to fix city roads. In March, a 0.25% hike in the income tax is on the ballot. Now, whether you vote or not, the outcome will affect you, so it's important to hear what other people have to say, which is why we want to know what you think about this tax hike plan. We went to South Toledo, East Toledo, and North Toledo, and people were willing to talk about taxes and streets. What do you think of city streets in general?
Some parts are absolutely horrible.
Horrible and in need of repair. Are you willing to pay a little bit extra to get it, though?
I think if it would get the job done, I might be inclined to.
Can you afford the extra $100 a year it might cost you, though? An extra $100 a year for fixing roads?
If I hit a pothole and the city doesn't cover it, it's going to cost me more than $100.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not? The roads are a mess in this city. If they increase this income tax, that's $100 less you can spend for groceries.
My husband would definitely enjoy that.
If spending less on food?
Spending less on food and fix the roads because we've had a lot of flat tires.
I'd probably vote against it.
The city needs to attract business. If you have roads that are a mess, though, you're not going to attract business.
That's true. I mean, and then people, I've blown tires before driving down the street, hitting potholes.
Some told us the city doesn't spend money wisely. Problem is, what do you cut back on, though?
Maybe some of the extra spending for the people that are in charge.
Oh, so it's going to salaries, you think?
I think so.
They want to use this money to fix the roads.
Well, I don't know if the roads are all going to be fixed.
But a tax hike could hurt Rosemarie. So you're going to vote no?
I'll probably vote no.
Now, what should you care what other people think? Well, you should care because they vote, and how they vote will affect your tax bill one way or the other. So this year we're going to follow the issues, but we're also going to gauge public opinion because we want to know what you think.
Toledo has a tire problem.
No matter where you turn, you're likely to see abandoned tires illegally dumped. But 13 ABC's Bill Hormann says the city is tracking tire tossers and giving you the chance to do it the right way. Bill?
To the City of Toledo, this is more than a nuisance. It's considered unsightly, unnecessary, and unacceptable. Instead of the rubber meeting the road, rubber is meeting the alleys, the railroad tracks, even vacant lots. Tom Green cuts grass for the city, runs into hundreds of tires in the tall weeds.
Every day on the average, we may bring in 400 or 500 tires.
Tires that should be rolling along the road are piled up where they don't belong.
Yeah.
At this spot, we found workers clearing out about 300 tires that somebody illegally dumped.
So they don't have to pay to get rid of it?
They think they're just cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
This is really amazing. Hundreds and hundreds of tires pulled out of vacant lots from all over this city. Tires illegally dumped by residents, now being picked up at taxpayers' expense and deposited in trash bins.
We're doing a good job, I think, of collecting them after the fact. But we really need to get to where they're coming from.
Tom Chroma calls these orphan tires.
Tire without a home.
Tires taxpayers spend thousands of dollars a year picking up. But the city and its cleanup partner just received $60,000 in grants from the Ohio EPA for a tire amnesty program. Now on select days over the next year, you can legally toss your tire at select locations for free. Do it the wrong way and face a fine and jail time.
We're looking for those illegal dumpers. We're looking for the haulers that don't have licenses.
Finding the illegal tires is easy, but the city is determined to flatten dumpers who are causing the problem. First Tire Amnesty Day is July 25th. They'll hold a Tire Amnesty Day in each of the 6 council districts over the next year.
With an NBA championship in tow, NBA championship merchandise soon to follow. 13 ABC's Bill Hormann standing by live with some of the merchandise that they're finding at Franklin Park Mall. Bill?
When your team wins the championship, you have to show your pride and support, particularly after 52 years without a championship. This is the Dick's Sporting Goods store in Franklin Park Mall. It's the only one that has the championship gear. Everything for, I think that looks great. What do you think?
Wow. I love it. Going to the parade on Wednesday. Do it.
They've probably just landed in Cleveland, so
awesome.
It's going to be a big time.
And
Hats.
The Indians are winning too.
Isn't that something? Indians, it's all Cleveland. We'll see how the Browns do, but you can buy T-shirts, you can buy towels. Of course, they have various hats, all sorts of T-shirts. Actually, this one has caricatures of all the players, but there's more you can buy. Not just things to wear, but things to put on your car, flags. There are decals, and of course, you can get yourself a pennant. People have been coming in here actually since before the store opened. 60 people were waiting outside. Roy Rice wasn't one of those, but you came decked.
Yes.
Tell me how.
Because I am a die-hard Cleveland fan, no matter what team. The Let Me Down Browns, the mistake on the lake, everything is erased now because the king has come back to Ohio to get the championship.
You get a sense of how excited the fans are. You told me you bought stuff before last night's game.
I bought stuff before last game, and before, when we was down 3-1, I even still bought stuff, and a guy that was from Golden State is my friend. He works at Walmart, and he said, throw this in the trash. So when we came back to force a Game 7, I said, you told me to throw that in the trash. Why am I buying that? Because I'm a fan, and I love them.
A lot of people.
So then after that,
Roy, we got
I bought another one.
Yeah,
I bought another time, and he tried to throw that one in the trash. He said, throw this in the trash. And this is before Game 7.
How important
now look
this
at what
victory
happened.
is to people. Roy Rice, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
They're getting more shipments of all the stuff you see here throughout the day. So come on down if you want Cavs championship gear. Back to you.
Yes, it's wonderful.
City considering its options when it comes to buying, renting, or moving. 13 ABC's Bill Hormann says to go from renter to buyer may not be so easy. Bill?
Well, Lee, Christian, first you need a pretty good deal. Then you need some renters. And, of course, you need to provide some maintenance. But before all of that, you need permission to make the deal. Toledo has operated city government out of this building since 1983. The rent's been very affordable at $7 a square foot, but the state has let the maintenance go. Concrete cracking, concrete deterioration, repairs not holding up well. The building is 22 floors. The city occupies 8 floors and is thinking it might rather buy the building for $1 than rent the building.
So we're doing our cost analysis and we're looking at it.
Drapes generally need to be replaced. Windows marked with an X need to be repaired. Replace all water-stained ceiling tile. A lot of the maintenance in this building has been deferred. There's some water leakage through the plaza deck slab that's promoting corrosion. These should be repaired and sealed. Which means if Toledo wants to be a landlord, it may have to spend $7 million in repairs and upgrades.
If it's cost effective, we'll pursue it more. If not, we'll look at other options.
Safety line tie-offs, not acceptable in modern design. Signs of material distress at the mass connection. Pivot points should be inspected.
This is a complicated project. It's not one that I'm sure the county would take on.
Commissioner Pete Gherkin wants a good deal too, both in rent and in services. The county currently rents 100,000 square feet. So Gherkin is willing to give the city a shot at convincing the commissioners they can handle being a landlord.
I'd like to know what their capabilities are to provide the services to a tenant.
And that is a factor, especially when there's a list of repairs that must be done. The generator and transfer switches are more than 30 years old and are past their useful lifespan. Replace the emergency panel boards. Routine maintenance on the panel boards. There are a lot of repairs that need to be done, about $7 million worth. No offer has been made on this building yet, and once an offer is made, if it is made, both City Council and the state legislature would have to sign off on that purchase agreement. I talked to several council members today who seemed to indicate, though, that buying that building would be a tough sell to them. Reporting live from downtown, Bill Hormann, 13 ABC, Action News.